Welcome to the Epcotian Adventure,
a podcast where we talk about all things Disney, but we're Epcot-centered.
including tips and tricks, festivals and favorites, and the very latest in our rankings and reviews.
But we're still old enough to remember when Disney released a brand new trivia board game in 1997.
This is episode 48. Welcome to Season 2. Let's do some Disney trivia.
Or, you better not ask me how many bricks are in Cinderella's castle.
So now please remain seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the podcast as we embark on our Epcotian adventure. Howdy, folks, and welcome to episode 48 and season 2 of the Epcotian Adventure. I'm Rod.
And I'm Sue.
And today we're going to be kind of going through what we're going to do in season 2.
Yeah, we kind of left off season 1, giving you a bit of a preview as to what was coming for the coming season. Well, here we are in the coming season.
Yeah, here we are. Finally, it's January of 24.
It is.
That's crazy.
And it's freezing.
Yeah, I woke up a couple days ago and the wind chill was negative 22 here in Missouri. So if you're in Florida listening to this, God bless you, because we can't wait to be there as well.
Oh, man, we complain a lot about Florida heat, but right now it's sounding pretty good.
Yeah.
Man, it's cold.
Oh, and by the way, it's a trick question. There's actually no bricks in Cinderella Castle at the Magic Kingdom. It's just one big concrete building. We're also going to end up the episode today with doing some Disney trivia.
We are. We're going to do a little preview of what's coming for season 2. Let's talk about that first.
Let's do her.
So we gave you a couple of hints at the end of the last season, like we were saying. If you were listening closely, you may have noticed that there were a couple of changes in our little opening montage. It's not a montage. What do you call it?
Just opening
spiel?
Statements. the legalese of the beginning. Yeah. Yeah, it came to our attention in season 1 very quickly, actually, that we're not really quick on news because we don't live at Walt Disney World.
Well, and we do tend to record ahead sometimes. So getting in the latest news, by the time you hear it, it's not going to be new anymore.
Yeah.
And we're not a news source. You're not going to hear it here first. That's just not our thing. So,
but we do like it to talk about the news. So like
we do.
D23, where we gave a synopsis of what happened during D23. So that's one of the things we're going to do this year is actually go to D23.
We are.
In Anaheim in August.
And we will be reporting from there. And again, some of that may be late breaking, depending on what you've already heard and what you haven't. We'll give you the highlights for sure. We do like highlights, but we also just like to give our opinions on what's going on. So it's going to be a little more that focused rather than trying to get any news in there. We did it on a couple of episodes last season. And even that, like when you go back and you're catching up on episodes, you're like, well, that was like 6 months ago.
Yeah, exactly.
So
this really is going to be more of a season of how-tos. We're going to be talking about the news in the past, so we'll be giving our reviews of the news.
Our news reviews.
So if there's any new cues, we'll give reviews from the news of the new cues.
Yeah, we've used that joke.
We've used that joke. It's still funny.
It's funny.
Like the new poo cue.
It made me laugh. Haha.
It did. Yay!
We're also going to do some how-tos, reviews, and interviews. So.
Yeah, we will be talking to some of our Disney friends again this season.
Both coasts,
yes. We will be doing an entire month, basically, of Disneyland podcasts in September after D23 and after our visit to Disneyland.
That is the plan. We'll see how that pans out, but that's the plan right now.
How it Peter pans out. I see what I did there. It's Peter
no,
Pan.
I don't get it.
It's a Disney movie. Okay, anyway.
And we're also going to give you a best of the fest for flower and food.
It might as well. We've come to the conclusion that all the festivals now are art and food, garden and food, food and food, and holiday food. So we will be giving a best of the fest for garden and food, or what's better known as the International Flower and Garden Festival at Epcot. That will be coming in March.
So we will be doing that, along with a couple of other things new to us, reviews and some restaurants that we've never hit before, ones that we haven't hit in several decades, literally.
And Disneyland restaurants. Because
Disneyland restaurants,
yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And I hope we get to do Tiana's Palace. That would be really fun.
That would be really, really nice. I'm looking forward to that. And we're going to be doing a brand new experience to us from Florida as well. So stay tuned for some of that. We're also going to do some episodes on how to do Disneyland if you've only done Disney World, and vice versa. They are very different experiences. So how do you conquer one if you're only familiar with the other? So some of those how-tos, more along the lines of planning and just how to execute a successful trip.
What I'm looking forward to is how to maneuver around Walt Disney World with a DAS pass, with a disabled assistance pass.
Yeah,
I believe is what DAS stands for. DAS, is that right? Disability Assistance Pass, maybe?
That would be DAP.
Right. So whatever DAS stands for, we're going to be talking to some friends of ours that use that pass at the Disney parks and how best to utilize it.
Yeah, and there's several different ways to utilize it, so we're going to talk about those as well. That's coming up this season, and we're going to also have some new branding, which we teased at the end of the last season. We didn't quite get it together over the break, but it is going to be in process, and you will start to see that unveiling as the season progresses.
Cannot wait.
We're excited about that.
And again, thank you to our branding coordinator, social person, Evan, for that. He's a fantastic graphic designer.
Yes, he is. And today is his birthday.
Happy birthday.
So that's sort of the gist of what's coming up this season. We have a bunch of episodes in the works, some history stuff, some how-to stuff, some interview stuff, some reviews, some rankings.
But no news. Yes, but news has been discontinued. So. Because
news
right now,
is now old.
News right now sucks. I don't even
true.
watch real news. Disney news is fantastic.
Well,
real news right now is just depressing. So let's talk about Disney.
Yes.
And Disney parks and Disney movies.
We like to Disney.
We do.
So let's Disney. We're going to do some Disney trivia. Now, Rod, tell us what inspired this.
This actually was inspired by a friend of mine, a co-worker named Ron. And thank you again, Ron. He gave us a Disney trivia game. So we're going to look into that trivia game and pull at random a card each and do as many as are on there. I think there's 5 or 6 if it's going to be like the Trivial Pursuit game. So we're going to take a look at some Disney trivia, and then we're also going to do 5 questions each from the interwebs.
That we just pulled from the internet.
We pulled from the internet. And 2 that we just made up from our cast member history. So,
well, from our Disney knowledge.
Well, yes, there we go.
And I do want to disclose that I did listen to a podcast recently where they had done some Disney trivia with each other, and I was embarrassed for them. So we want you to be able to trust us in our Disney knowledge, and we want you to be able to play along. So we're going to do the questions. They might be super easy. They might be difficult. We don't even know because we're just going to pull these cards at random.
We may do more than 5 because a few of these are going to be impossible to answer. I'm looking at this first card. We looked at the date on the game. Realized it's from 1997,
now,
as you might
context,
have alluded to on the entry.
For context, 1997, the latest Disney release was Hercules. MGM Studios was still MGM Studios. It was still a year and a half. No, it was still... Oh, goodness. It became Hollywood Studios in 2008. So that is math I'm not even going to do.
Like
and Disney's Animal Kingdom wasn't even in existence yet. It didn't come out. It didn't open until 1998. So that's how old this game is. Some of you listening weren't even born. So
I was old then. It feels like okay.
Yeah, we're old.
All right. So
let's do some off the cards.
Pulled the first card, and the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to actually just start at the top, and this may be easy to answer, may be impossible to answer. We'll see.
Now these are separated into categories, and I don't even remember what the categories are. Do you?
No, it's yellow, purple, green, blue, and red. Does that
Here
help?
we go. Animation, film, song, personalities, and Miscellaneous.
Ah, okay.
Now, when we used to do this at home back in the day, and I am talking in the late 90s when the game came out and we would play this at home, we did it. You had to work your way around the board based on the turns of the dice. You had to fill up your little thing with each of the categories. And our house rule was when you got to the final space and it was your turn to to win the game, you had to do a run of the card. You had to finish an entire card.
Well, that was because most of us playing it were cast members. So.
Yeah, or just
family who know Disney inside and out.
So we're going to do that. We're going to try to run a card. So again, we want you to play along with us. If you are able to get all of the answers, let us know in the comments. If any of them stumped you, let us know that too.
All right. Well, I'm going to start out with the first one. I love this question because I kind of remember this, but I'm not sure I even know the answer to it. But here we go. In the animated television series The Wuzzles.
Oh, no.
Where do the Wuzzles live?
Holy moly, and I'm out already. I have no idea. I don't think I've ever seen a Wuzzle.
Oh, I remember watching this as a sprightly youth.
They were out concurrently, like with Gummy Bears, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Yes.
I was not into Disney cartoons at that time, and I have no idea.
Well, if you were a Wuzzle, what would the name of your land be?
Wuzzle Land.
Close.
Wuzzle World?
It's the land of was.
Well, naturally.
Okay. I did not remember that one. There's probably people out there yelling at their podcasting devices right now going, it was.
I remember Was Not Was. Does that count?
Oh, yeah. Walk the Dinosaur.
Little Walk the Dinosaur there.
Which plays at Animal Kingdom. I hear it on Triceratops Spin.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's very cool. All right. Do you want to continue with your card?
No, go ahead.
Okay. So I'm going to start at the top of mine, which is animation.
Mm-hmm.
What character from the animated feature Alice in Wonderland is known for his toothy smile and body that slowly materializes, then dematerializes?
Can you stand on your head?
This is a little unfair because this is my favorite character.
That would be the Cheshire Kitty, Mr. Cheshire Cat.
Yes.
Why, you're a cat.
A Cheshire Cat.
All right, so next is F for film.
Film.
In the Disney film Blackbeard's Ghost,
Ooh.
which is a favorite of our entire families, what item does Steve Walker win in the Daughters of the Buccaneers auction? Is it a pistol, a bedpan, or a pirate's chest?
It's a bedpan.
Yeah, which is weird.
That's not really the name of it, though. It's one of those bed warmers.
Bed warmer, yeah.
You
it's
put
not
the hot coals in it and it warms your bed. It's not a bedpan.
You don't poop in it and it warms your bed. That would just be weird. But yes, you're right. It is a bedpan. Or a bed warmer was owned by Aldetha Teach, Blackbeard's 10th wife. This
is one of those treasure films. If you have not seen it, it's a joy. I love this movie. It's not animated. It's one of the live action. Dean Jones, right?
Dean Jones and Peter Ustinov.
Oh my gosh. So good. It's
old
so
guy,
fun.
Old dude. But
Love
it
that
was one of my favorites as a kid. It used to play on Wonderful World of Disney.
Yes.
Towards Halloween every year, it seemed like.
That's about the extent of my Halloween movies. I'll do Blackbeard's Ghost, and that's about it.
Oh, I like Watcher in the Woods, too. Or Something Wicked This Way Comes.
Those were actually creepy.
They were, yeah.
All right, moving on to film on my card.
Okie dokie.
Who is the Lion King? Sorry, I expected that to be a question about the Lion King, and I got all confuddled. Who is the Lion King of the legendary Lost Isle of Nabumbu in Disney's Bedknobs and Broomsticks?
Oh my, I can picture him. He looks like PJ.
He does. He looks just like Prince John.
From Prince John from...
Robin Hood.
Robin Hood, thank you. I guess I'm getting old. Oddly enough, since season 1, I have not gotten younger.
Weird.
Bizarre. Oh, my heavens. I just saw that film.
Did you?
Well, we did. I say just. It was during the closures.
Yes.
We actually watched it.
We went through and watched a ton of Disney movies.
Read me the question one more time, please.
Sure. Who is the Lion King of the legendary Lost Isle of Nabumbu in Disney's Bedknobs and Broomsticks?
Well, all I can think of is Prince John. I doubt that's right.
Yeah, it's not. And I would not have gotten this either. It's King Leonidas.
King Leonidas. Okay.
I would not have gotten that.
If you're a Bed Knobs and Broomsticks fan, you're probably yelling at the thing again. Sorry, I did not remember King Leonidas. Okay, on to S for something. What was it?
Song.
Song. Oh, okay. This is song. What 1941 Disney animated feature includes the song, "We're Gonna Hit the Big Boss for a Raise"?
I'm sorry, what?
You know this one, actually.
Try again.
I mean, you know this film. What 1941 Disney animated feature includes the song, "We're Gonna Hit the Big Boss for a Raise"? It's an obscure song from a 1941 animated film. If you think into your history, this is not too far after the studios started.
Right.
So it's one of the earlier films.
41 would be somewhere around Dumbo. I'm going to say Dumbo.
Dumbo is correct.
Okay. That's one of the films that I don't go back and watch because it's very sad and makes me cry.
It's like Up or Coco. I cannot watch that film.
Yeah. Talk about heartstrings.
Opening scene of Bambi. Although, I say that, I've had deer chili at Epcot before, so... Hey.
Well, and we have venison pizza when we go back
that's
to
true,
California, so...
Klondike pizza and Arroyo Grande. Oh, my heavens. If you're ever out there, go get the
Roadkill
pizza.
It's delicious. All right, song on my card. Singer Vanessa Williams sang Colors of the Wind for what Disney animated feature?
Oh, that was Pocahontas and all her little Poca Chips.
That's cheating.
That's too easy.
Yeah, seriously.
All right, on to P for petunias. Photographs?
Pocahontas.
I don't know. Well, P is blue. That's all I remember. Okay. All right, so here's P, the blue one.
The blue one.
Actor Bob Newhart provided the voice for the same mouse character in what two Disney animated films?
That would be The Rescuers and The Rescuers Down Under, where he played Bernard the Mouse.
That is very right. You are very correct. And I love Bob Newhart.
I do too.
It's one of my favorite Disney characters because of that. I love that.
He's a great character too. I love those movies. All right, so the P, and I don't remember what P stands for. Production? No. That's a little weird.
Film. PHILM.
PHILM. I like it. All right. In the animated feature Robin Hood, who hides gold coins in Otto's cast?
Oh, Otto the dog, who's got the cast.
This is multiple choice, but you don't get the choices.
I believe it's the church mouse?
No. Your choices are Robin Hood, Friar Tuck, or Little John.
Oh, Friar Tuck.
Yes.
All right, on to M.
For Mouscellaneous.
For Mouscellaneous. Now, I'm not going to ask you this one. I'm sorry. Name 3 of the 4 Walt Disney World Resort theme parks. Yeah, we're throwing that one out.
Wow.
How about this one?
That was cutting edge, too, because
that's right,
Animal Kingdom was just about to open.
All right. Which Disney character has his own brand of orange juice?
Donald Duck.
Donald Duck is correct. He's also the mascot for a football team in Oregon. Go figure.
U of O.
U of O. That's right.
I believe.
In Eugene. I believe, yes. All right.
All right. Here we go. Last one on the cards. M for Mouscellaneous. In the animated feature Cinderella, who has dreams of chasing Lucifer the cat?
Oh my! Is that Gus Gus?
No. Gus Gus doesn't chase Lucifer.
Why would in a dream? I would have thought so. I haven't seen Cinderella in way too long, I guess. Who has dreams of chasing? Is it the dog?
It's the dog.
It's the dog.
And what's the dog's name?
Gus Gus.
No.
No, that's the mouse.
That's the mouse.
I do not remember. What is the dog's name from Cinderella?
I'll give you a hint. We don't talk about him.
Michael Eisner?
So close.
No, Bruno the dog from Cinderella. Okay, great question.
The original Disney Bruno.
The original Disney Bruno
was a dog.
Yes. Oh, how funny.
I love it.
All right, well, we're moving on now to ones from the interwebs. I'd like to thank magicguides.com for these questions, as this is where I pulled them from.
I have no idea where I got mine, but I'll just thank the interwebs.
All right, so number 1, Sue, for the interweb Disney trivia.
Yes.
Which is the smallest and largest theme park at Disney World?
How can it be both?
No, it's 2 answers.
That is a terribly worded question.
Okay.
Okay.
Which is the smallest theme park and which is the largest other park at Walt Disney World?
So the smallest would be Magic Kingdom.
That is correct, at 107 acres.
And the largest is by far Animal Kingdom.
Animal Kingdom is correct. 508 acres. That is
Holy
a
moly.
very, very good question.
But half of that is Kilimanjaro Safaris.
Very good point. And back areas where they do animal care.
Yes. Yeah.
Really good.
If you have not been to Animal Kingdom and done Kilimanjaro Safaris, it is absolutely stunning. Zoos in general make me sad. Animal Kingdom is not a zoo.
Disney's Animal Kingdom, it's many, many things, but remember, it's not a zoo!
It's such a different experience, and the animals are free to roam, and they have all this space, and they have natural plants that are from their areas, and it's just incredible.
Most people don't realize, too, that Animal Kingdom is actually accredited as a zoo by the AZA, the American Zoological Association of America. Right? No?
Sure.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
From the Department of Redundancy Department.
That's the one.
Is it my turn?
It is your turn.
Okay, I'm going to say that almost all of mine are film-based.
That's
because
great.
I love Disney film trivia.
Let's do it.
So the first one. What name does Mulan choose for herself while she's pretending to be a man?
Ping.
You are correct. I didn't think you'd get that one. You're not as good at character names. Okay.
Well, thank you. I appreciate the compliment. But, I just happen to remember that one because it always sticks in my head as ping, ping, for some reason. Okay. All right, number 2. How much were admission prices when Disney World first opened? And this is general admission, the cheap adult ticket books.
Okay.
So it's not, I'm not going for like 15 different prices here.
I feel like we came across this not long ago when we were looking at Disney World history stuff.
We did. That's why I've used this one, because we actually covered this one a while back. It was $1 at Disneyland.
Right. And
Magic Kingdom was...
I want to say $3. It was really cheap. It was like... I want to say like $3.50?
The answer
$5?
is $3.50. You
yes.
got it right. That's fantastic. See, it's funny how your brain can categorize these things into little file cabinets in your head.
Right,
Actually,
that you didn't know that you had access to.
Yeah, mine are little cardboard boxes that got water damaged when I was a kid. So, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Okay, number 2 on your side.
Number 2 on my side. This is character. So, who said this line? The past can hurt, but the way I see it, you can either run from it or you can learn from it.
Oh, and this is a Disney animated film.
It's a Disney
character.
animated film.
The past
can hurt, but the way I see it, you can either run from it or learn from it.
That sounds like Mufasa.
It does.
But I don't think it was Mufasa. It is Rafiki.
It is Rafiki.
I had to go through I was going through lines in my head, and I remember the bonk on the head.
He's one of my favorite characters, and I love him very much. And he's also voiced by Robert Guillaume, who I had the privilege of seeing perform Phantom in Phantom of the Opera.
Oh, that's so cool.
He was incredible.
All
Here's
right.
Number 3? 3.
How far apart are trash cans at Disney World?
I know we've talked about this, and that is
have.
30 paces.
That's very true.
30
It's something Walt came up with when Disneyland opened, and they were looking to add trash cans, and he noticed that people would walk about 30 feet or however many steps that is before they dropped something without throwing it into a trash can. So he said every 30 feet we're going to put a trash can.
I love that, and it's true to this day.
Yep.
So there is never an excuse to litter at Disney.
Don't litter at Disney.
Don't litter.
Don't pollute.
I've heard that somewhere. All right, ready?
Yes.
Another film-based. Mike and Sully joined which fraternity in Monsters University?
Oh my gosh, I love that film. Yzma, no, that's wrong.
What did their
film.
shirts say?
OU. No, rats. In my memory, it says OU. That's Oregon University. No, got stuck on the Donald Duck question again. Oh my heavens! Screamers University Delight. I don't remember.
It's Uzma Kappa.
Uzma. I had the Uzma
because they're
right.
okay.
Okay, that's right. I had Uzma right. Okay, Uzma Kappa.
So their little sweatshirts all said okay on them, which
right,
I just think is
okay.
hysterical.
Great question on that one. All right, number 4. Who was the first rock band approached by Disney to star in the Rock and Roller Coaster attraction at Disney MGM Studios?
I don't think I know this. I have a couple guesses, but I'm super curious to find out the answer. My guess is going to be Van Halen.
That would have been awesome. Panama dispatch into that loop.
And Jump. I mean, come on.
Oh, man. Yeah, they'd still be a good replacement for Aerosmith. I'd never even thought of them. Wow. Actually, it was the band U2.
Oh, wow.
They declined, and Aerosmith took the bait.
Wow, that would have been such a different vibe in there.
It would have been, but it would have been fun.
Wow.
I can't even think of what
I know,
songs.
right? I can't even picture. That's crazy.
Vertigo would have been awesome, but I think that hadn't been released yet. So.
I mean, Where the Streets Have No Name? Can you ride a roller coaster to that? I don't know.
Where the coaster has no name. Maybe that would. It's just coaster.
No, it's Where the horse
with
has no name.
Right. That's America. 1970s rock music.
All right. This is the last of my film-based ones.
Yes.
And then I have one more.
Okay.
Because this is my number 4.
Okay.
I don't know why I'm still talking.
Okay.
Pre-edited. Okay. All right. Film-based. In the film Pinocchio, Geppetto had 2 pets. What were they and what were their names?
Cleo the fish
Very
and
good.
Figaro the cat.
Very nice.
And Figaro went on to become
Minnie's cat.
That is correct. I knew that, but I just relearned it the other day, and I just think that's so awesome. Figaro actually appears as an animatronic at Disneyland, right there at where Carnation used to be, the Plaza Gardens, in the festival fantasy area where they do the shows, and I can't remember the name of it now. But he's on a windowsill.
That's really cool. He's an animatronic?
He's an animatronic.
How did
he
I
wakes
not know
up
that?
every once in a while and looks up and looks around and then goes back to sleep.
Oh, I want to see that.
I think that's new since we've been there last, because it's been forever since we've been there.
I know. We're going to fix that
Can't
this
wait
year.
till we go. Yay! All right,
last one.
5. What is the name of the massive dinosaur presiding over the entrance of Dinoland USA at Disney's Animal Kingdom?
Shoot. I know this too.
Yeah, this is one that you probably should know.
I want to say it's like Susie. It's like something to do with my name.
It is. It's Dino Sue.
Dino Sue. Okay.
She is a full-scale replica of the largest Tyrannosaurus Rex ever discovered, and her name is Sue.
I love that.
It
probably doesn't spell it the same way.
It's spelled S-U-E instead of S-I-O-U-X.
Boring.
But, a little boring, but whatever.
That was a good one.
Yeah, thanks.
And my last one is actually not from a film. Walt Disney had 2 children. Tell me who they were.
Diane and Margaret? Marsupial. Famali, like the cat people. Dang it. Diane, Disney, and...
Diane is correct.
And I'm sorry if you're listening, whoever you are, but I can't remember your name. What was the other one?
Her name is Sharon.
Sharon, of course.
Diane and Sharon are the 2 girls.
I did not know that. Actually, no, I probably knew that a while back. All right, so let's move on to our personal questions that we came up with.
Yeah, let's see how we do. Now, we're only going to do 2 of these each, right?
Right.
So, how you doing so far? Are you keeping up with us?
Yeah, here we go. Let's try. This one is going to be for those coaster enthusiasts out there.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I've asked this question of you before.
That doesn't mean... Does this have to do with lifts? You always do this one.
I love this one. Okay. How many chain lifts can you see on the entire length of visible track at Big Thunder Mountain Railroad at the Magic Kingdom?
I don't know.
Well, count them. You know how many?
No, that ride is always down when we go to the parks.
It's true. It's the curse of Big Thunder Mountain.
I'm going to say 4.
4 is correct. Now, all of you yelling at the radio or your podcast device at this point, listen to me. When you're on the attraction, there are 3 lifts. A, B, and C lift. The one inside the cavern, the one outside, and the one at the end with, well, what has dynamite in it at Disneyland, but the C lift.
And should have dynamite at Disney World.
Very true. Hopefully, during one of these rehabs, we'll get that at Magic Kingdom. If you're on the Walt Disney World Railroad, as you pass behind Thunder Mountain after leaving the Frontierland station, you'll notice a piece of track that actually has a bridge track that crosses over the railroad track. If you look to your left, you'll see a little tiny lift that takes the trains from storage outside of the berm up to the level of the railroad tracks to go across the bridge into the area of the actual main track. So there are 4 lifts visible on the entire length of main track at Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. That's a great question. I love that one.
I know. This is the kind of nerds that we are, folks.
I didn't ask you about Space Mountain because that's harder. There's actually ones backstage you can't see. So.
Well, and technically none of them are visible because the lights are out.
Well, that's a very good point. Very good point.
The answer is 0.
All right. What's your first one?
Okay, so oddly enough, we are going to circle back to something that you alluded to earlier. I'm going to ask you about a voice actor
Oh, okay.
named Sterling Holloway.
Oh, one of my
Sterling
favorites.
Holloway is most famous for voicing Winnie the Pooh.
That is correct.
I would like you to name 4 other Disney characters, animated characters, that were voiced by Sterling Holloway.
Winnie the...
Besides
Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh. That was the gimme.
Oh, that's a hard one. Okay, so I know Sir Hiss from Robin Hood.
So close.
What's his name?
No,
DJ.
Sir Hiss is in Robin Hood. That's just not Sterling Holloway.
Oh, that's not Sterling Holloway. Rat. He plays a snake. Oh,
Yes.
Oh, he plays a snake in oh my gosh, the Jungle Book.
Yes.
Okay,
and
so
his
the
name
Jungle
is...
Sir Hiss. No, dang it, it's Ka.
Yes. Ka the
Right,
Snake
Ka
is
the
one.
Snake. Okay, there's one. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be impossible. And you're gonna tell me, and I'm gonna go, oh my gosh.
Well, you know the second one because we talked about him earlier.
Cheshire Cat.
Yes.
Alice in Wonderland. Winnie the Pooh. Dang it. Because Pooh is in multiple films, so he played that other Winnie the Pooh.
Right.
The Pooh 2.
No.
Rats.
One was a mouse.
He did
Speaking of
play a
rats. Since you said rats, I will give that to you.
Oh, in the Aristocats.
Yes, and his name was?
Frou Frou was the horse. Oh, I can see him and hear his little voice. And
If you were going to get a type of salad dressing at Madonna Inn.
Roquefort.
Yes.
There we go. Roquefort the mouse from the Aristocats. And I'm out. I don't know.
And the fourth one that he's most known, he did several smaller voices and stuff, but the fourth one would be Mr. Stork. He's the stork from Dumbo.
Oh, okay. I did not remember that. That's a great one. Great question. Oh my
I
gosh.
adore Sterling Holloway. I
Oh,
love
he's
his
one of my
voice. He's like the
favorite
voice of my
voices.
childhood.
Yeah.
Between him and Thurl.
All right. This is one for you Epcotians out there.
Is that me? Is that me?
That is us. Here we go. Which of these Epcot attractions or pavilions was at Epcot on opening day, October 1st, 1982? Is it A?
I get multiple choices?
Yes, you do.
Wow.
Well, otherwise, which of these doesn't make any sense?
Well, that is true.
A, Journey into Imagination.
Okay.
B, Horizons.
Okay.
C, World of Motion.
Okay.
Or D, The Living Seas. Which of those was at Epcot as an opening day attraction?
I believe the answer is World of Motion.
And you would be correct.
Okay.
And those of you yelling at your mics again or your listening devices again, Journey into Imagination was not an opening day attraction. Most people think it is. It actually opened on March 3rd, 1983, a good 6 months after the park opened.
What the park opened October 1st.
1982.
82,
Right.
yeah.
And then Horizons opened October 3rd, 1983. We actually were there for the soft opening in September of 83. That was our first trip.
That was amazing.
And The Living Seas opened January 15th, 1986. 3 years, almost 3 years, 2.5, 3.5. I can't do math. A long time after the opening. But there you go.
There
It
you
was
go.
The World of Motion, which was voiced by Gary Owens.
Very nice. All right, final question.
Here we go.
We're going back to the parks.
Okay.
And most people are aware of the Partners statue, which stands in front of the castle at both Disneyland and Magic Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
And this is Walt holding on to Mickey's hand. Beautiful statue. Love it. But there are 2 other statues. One is featured at Disney's California Adventure.
Mm-hmm.
And the other is featured in a couple of locations, actually, and features Roy and Minnie.
That is correct.
The one at DCA, it features a young Walt with one of the original pie-eyed Mickeys and a suitcase, which I love. What are the names of those 2 statues?
Ask me this. Doggone it. The one at California Adventure is named I Just Got Off the Train and Have $1.40 in My Pocket.
No.
No, that's what I call it. And Minnie and Roy, which we first saw at
Tokyo Disneyland.
Tokyo Disneyland.
But is now at Magic Kingdom.
Right, also.
As well.
Oh, my heavens. Brothers in crime. Because it's his brother, and I probably should know the names of those statues, and I don't.
They're great names, which I love the name of the partner statue. I love that it's Mickey and Walt. The one at DCA, which is the young Walt with the pie-eyed Mickey, and the suitcase is called Storytellers.
All right, and all you DCA cast members I worked with, don't yell at me. I probably heard it at one time, and I love that name. That is so awesome.
Aren't they awesome? They're so well named. And then the one of Roy Disney with Minnie Mouse is called Sharing the Magic.
I like that, too. That so fits.
So I just love those. I think a lot of people don't know that they even have names. So I thought that would be fun to bring up here.
That was very nice. And of course, there's the new one of Walt at Epcot.
Yes, Walt the Dreamer.
Walt the Dreamer that just opened up as part of the new expansion in what used to be the old Communicore area. So if you get a chance, go see that one as well.
And we're told that seeing it at night is also pretty awesome because of the lighting back there, where they've gone back to the old school lighting with the LEDs and the sidewalk.
Can't wait to see it, and we will in just a few weeks.
Yes.
All right, folks. Well, that is the end of this episode, but it's the beginning of a brand new season of the Epcotian Adventure. We love that y'all are listening to us. I'd love to give a big shout out to some friends of ours that we know are listening to us in other countries. We found out through some demographics we're being listened to in Belgium, Japan, and Mexico.
Yay!
I love that. So thank you. If you're listening internationally to the Epcotian Adventure, welcome and thank you.
Yeah, and we want to know where you're from. Leave us a note in the comments. Let us know where you're listening from.
Before we go, we'd like to give a big thank you to our social media coordinator, Riley Piper, audio engineers Joey Humphrey and Paul Trett, logo designer Evan Piper, and our theme music composer Jason Patrick Rowan, whose music is licensed through Pond 5. And of course, thank you, Phoenicians.
Thank you, Phoenicians. And don't forget to rate, review, like, and subscribe. It really does help other people find us. You can find us on social media on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and wherever you listen to podcasts. The Epcotian Adventure is a $1,000 Bunch production and is a proud gold member of D23.
Thanks for joining us today for episode 48 of the Epcotian Adventure. I'm Rod.
And I'm Sue.
And we'll see you in live.
Bye.
For those of you that are bed knobs and brown sticks. Well, we were just talking about bedpans.
Bedpans
and brown sticks. Okay, well.
Let's edit that out.
I don't know. That's pretty good. I like that. I'll edit that out.
Oh, goodness.
That's it. This is probably the end of the episode right now.
Probably. Bedpans and brown sticks. Wow.